Hey guys, how's it going? It's Claryberry, and I'm here today to bring to you the Divine Feminine reading. And we are going to just jump right in here. I'm so glad you guys are here. I hope you're doing really, really well. You know, despite everything that is going on right now, there's this spirit of, spirit of survival and innovation and redefining ourselves. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. Very interesting. Okay. Our moon is going into Virgo today. Okay. Practical, refining, nailing it out. Nail it, figuring something out even further and pushing it forward. Refining. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Okay, the more people you surround yourself with who believe the same as you, the higher percentage you are going to stay on your goals. Okay, so connect with people who know about things, who can help you, when you falter, and that you can help, as well. That, you can get into those deep conversations with, share ideas, okay? That can be very helpful. So we're just going to look at what's been going on. I'm not surprised about these cards at all, because first of all, we've been getting the death card quite a bit, okay? Keeps coming up. This is a big release, okay? We've got to give up something about this vision before we can move forward with it. There's got to be some more refinement, some more change. That's all it is. It's like working out the kinks, or chipping away at your work, okay? But it's this evolution that as we go here, we are going to be steering our ship along the way. We are going to be altering, making adjustments. Again, this practical refinement, so to speak, okay? And there may be, again, kind of mental, our Mercury's in Pisces. We are thinking, of ways and daydreaming of ways and able to be maybe creative and use our imagination to help us to dream of these new ways, these new innovations. And it's a new way of acting, a new way of being, of relating with your person. We've got to let an old way go. There's a whether it's a communication or just straight up the way you are acting, sometimes we don't realize how much what we do and what we think and feel can really affect us throughout the day. And it may not even be something you're doing to your partner, just something that you're doing to yourself that is still blocking, that is still distancing this relationship in a very indirect way. It's not going to be like, oh, I get that right away. It's more like, wow, you would really have to think about this. But that's the way that our subconscious works. Okay. And then we've kind of been dealing with this pull. There's something telling us, again, something that wants us to change. We don't want to have to let the situation get too bad before we listen. Okay. So it's kind of straighten up, get that focus, narrow down and zone in on exactly where you want your focus to be. Where do you want any work that you do? You want it to be focused. Okay, and to me, this is coming across very clearly as the AHLoA SWICH program. It's the AHLoA law of attraction, the holistic law of attraction, the shadow work, and the inner child healing are things that you can do right now to help heal yourself, help raise the passion, help clear up any confusion, and help make, pave the way for the future. Okay. But there can't be kind of this ego, our reptilian brain, our lower mind, our ego is really pulling us out and kind of blocking us. But we can use the ego to help us grow and to help us heal. The ego shows us the way in the shadow work. So again, this death card and this is screaming shadow work here. Okay, for different reasons and for reasons I just explained. With the lower in the ego and the reptilian brain, this is a way of getting a clear snapshot of where the ego is at. Because a lot of times we don't pay attention to what the ego is doing because we don't even know we don't know what it's doing. So shadow work is just like the best tool in the book, for us to be able to clear out everything, be able to kind of see exactly the road that we want to take. I feel we're very close. We're very close to like reaching this because we're learning and we keep on, we know that there's a missing, emotional component. It can't all be about the passion and about the action and about the doing and making. It's got to be kind of the inner has to match the outer. And the inner, we need to take a look at this. We need to know what is fair, to ourselves. And we need to go within and we need to give ourselves that peace, and give ourselves that balance that, is never going to get, we're never going to get, as long as we're caught up in things that we really shouldn't be at all. There's got to be a focus here. How do you want to live? Start today. The next 3 minutes, the next 3 hours, the next 3 days. What are you actually doing with your time, with your energy of imagination? All of it. Do not squander it, okay? Because you are definitely needed, to kind of step up. And sometimes it sucks to have to look at yourself and say, you know what? I messed up. I was not doing what I should have been doing. But, you just swallow that pride and that you just are constantly trying to do your best to hang in there, to stay focused and stay balanced. Because if you're not balanced, yes, you're going to be making, mistakes and things. But, if we're not holding our vision here, right here, then we're going to get more easily swept up in different routes, in different ways, that are going to end up in like, oh, no, that wasn't the way. Let's go a different way. It's like all these dead ends type of energy. And if we stay balanced, if we stay focused, if we do what is right, and we will really, truly want to do the best that we can do, you know what I mean? And make sure that you're giving out that energy to the places in your life that you want, to have that you want to have that growth, that you want to have that, magic, really, okay, that you want to grow. Make sure and give that energy. That's the being fair part. And it's thought out. It's well thought out. It's well planned. It's well balanced. It's achievable. It's measurable. I'm getting like the SMART goals, SMART, SMART goals. What is it? Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and timely. I think something else. I always get that wrong with the measurable, with the, anyway, you know what I mean. Okay, so our blockages, we still have a tower moment in our blockages, and I am getting that this is a tower moment, like in a dream from a past, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be something that is going on right now, but again, it's more of it's not the biggest tower ever. Maybe frustrating, but it may be different than our normal, it's like daily, it's like hands-on. This is just very almost mundane type of a tower, if that makes sense. Okay. And the Empress comes up in our blockages again. Our Empress comes up in her blockages again. It's like we can't get there. Our hearts aren't fully open. That's just what this is. We're not fully like grounded in the love because our vibrations are too caught up in this fear and this mainly fear, and if it's not fear of COVID, it's fear of not, ever getting your person and being, it's like this, you're carrying this around and it's unfair to yourself, but it does have to do with your lack of vision and not, having that kind of that fortitude here to do what is really going to serve you. Okay? To step into, this goddess role, we have to leave. We have to leave the old behind. We have to allow it to, it's like it's old. It's really like we have the bones there and it's like desert-esque. It's just so old, but we can't keep our hands off of it here. It's so old, but we can't keep our hands off of it. Okay? So that means something, again, that we're doing, and we have our actions here. We are still operating under the mental and emotional energy of some towers. A tower, 1 tower, 2 towers, I don't know. Could be all a bunch of towers here. We're operating with those in our energy field still. So we need to go and clear those out with shadow work. Again, inner child healing. Go all the way. This is a call. We need you. We need you. Okay? I think that maybe there's, again, a fear that you're just not good enough, or that it's just not you, or that, you're not knowledgeable enough, or that, but it's what you do. It's not even right now about it's about what you are focusing on. What you are focusing on. What you're studying does matter, and it will matter. And that is part of the solution, is to raise the mind, raise the vibration. Okay? Truly, doing more learning. Okay? Truly getting into the spiritual side of the relationship. You can't just give lip service to it. We have to really do the work. We have to really dive deep. Okay? And it may not be even that intuitive to say, oh, let's go do this. Let's go deal with this depth. But it's coming through like it's the good and the bad. Really, Mother Earth is a system, of renewal out of death and out of decay. And there is, that aspect that you really can't deny, that inclusion, of that dark side, that death side in, this depth of who we are. So that means we have to be able and willing to let go of the things, that we need to let go of. Stop seeing your person in that light that used to be with this shadow work, and start seeing them how you want to see them. You're creating your own reality here. This is your own divine spiritual magic that is shining through. That if you need to take a break, if you need to be one with it, then that would be in alignment with what the universe is having us do. Take a break, have some time, go deep, do the spiritual learning, whether you're, reading the, the Torah, the books of the Kabbalah, or whether you're reading, about astrology or whatever, twin flames, or numerology, or symbology, mythology. I know I'm missing one in there. Astronumerology. Like these are your like-minded friends. Like the people that you're learning, the people that you're coming across, the people that you're watching on the videos right now. I'm not trying to include myself here, but you know what I mean? Like these people are your like minds that you need to be with. You need to be inspired in the right way. So make sure that anything that you're watching and doing is helping to, again, kind of push forward into this new, just beautiful, 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 loving existence here. And there's a great wisdom here, that I think a lot of ideas can be coming to us. A lot of understanding can be coming to us. And again, our propensity to lead, can be a beautiful and necessary thing. And that, again, is a lot of the reasons why we're here. So we have to look at our future, and we have to make sure that we're on it. We're on top of our shadow work. That's how we get this beauty. That's how we get this connection with ourselves, this peacefulness, and knowing that you've done everything you can and you're making the best of everything. Just make sure you're covered like that. Cover, check all your boxes and throw yourself into, again, anything that really makes you feel good. So again, if your relationship is what's making you feel good, then do it. I recommend, keeping a little bit of, that mystery. Okay. And I recommend a little bit of including your spiritual work in conversation with your person. Okay. Because this is about, all of these avenues, these things we're learning about. Okay. Let's go a little bit further into looking at these solutions. Okay. So we have our 4 of stones right away. Okay. And this is, this endurance, this is this idea of being very strong, very undentable, very, not easily distracted from different things, really focused, on the things that you need to be focused on in your life. Logic, reason, providing in the home, being smart, enduring. Okay. And there might be, some deep belief systems, that come up to you and make themselves available to you based on your ancestors and what they and your angels might be helping guide you towards. Okay. But remember, hold your vision here, and you can take your vision with you, on this little journey, and use that logic and that reason and that, just intelligence to make things better for you on the inner, and that'll make things better, in the outer energies as well. Okay. So femininity, is coming up here, really being in our femininity as the divine feminine and what that means for us. Okay. And yes, we play our roles and we are feminine, but we are also strong. Okay. And we have to balance. So if our divine feminine is strong, or masculine is strong, then we need to be equally strong, maybe though in extremely or polar, different ways here. Okay. So again, it's kind of a little bit about this balance, going about your own business, not being too focused on them and what they're doing, because they're gonna come back, you're gonna talk soon, this and this and that. Like you can get through those times when you feel that pull, because you're focused on things that are keeping you going in your life, things that are exciting you, things that are that are making you keeping you busy, things that maybe you're off searching for and then you can bring back. Okay. Again, it's kind of this work that maybe is our focus more right now, in this interchange and a homely, how you interact with yourself in your own house, with those in your house, everything like this. That kind of is a focus, and it should be a focus, because it does interact, with the love and the romance, and the sex and all of that, and the relationship. Okay. So to me, it's like there's some success. There's definitely, of course, some of this long lost energy popping through. Okay. But it's like also like the whole, what's that phrase about, like waving the banner for you, or like I'm starting to show, there's starting to be maybe more of an openness, and this idea, again, I'm pushing forward of this idea of actually the relationship, and maybe not caring as much what other people think. And that's really important, to not care so much. A lot of us are empaths, a lot of twin flames, divine feminines are empaths, and we care so much about what other people think, but we can't really care, what people think that much. And when we don't care, then our partner doesn't care, and it may be in completely different ways, but it goes for the same. I'm just really getting this feeling again of home and stability, and this relationship seems very logical right now. Again, people are, and it's logical in a way that it's just there, and it's just been there. It's just part of their beliefs, part of everybody's belief system right now. And how we kind of work with pushing that out into reality, really does determine any of the stuff we're doing, by ourselves. Like these are all solutions here. This is so deep that our solution is so deep to please ourselves, to hone ourselves, to sharpen ourselves. Okay? But we have this spiritual connection that we don't want to forget. We don't want to forget that about our partnership right now, because sometimes I'm telling you guys, I know how it gets. Like there can be, that spicy aspect, that really, really sweet, but sometimes sexy, aspect. And that's all, it's all together. It's all perfect. I kind of just want you to relax in it and just feel at home in it. And just understand it is the most logical thing. It is the most enduring thing, is this love and this, connection here that we have. This is all about love here to me. Okay. So it may be sweet. It may be still like small, it may be still like the little sproutlings in the spring. Like, where's the eggs? Like we're waiting, we're still waiting for something, maybe we're waiting to be able to come out of our quarantine homes, but we can still show the world, we can still show our partners. This is wearing that heart on your sleeve a little bit here, not being afraid to show who you truly are. That's what this has been. We're not expressing ourselves. Divine feminine has not been, and again, it's kind of a fine line, because a lot of times we're like, we don't want to scare the divine masculine away, and we don't want to say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, before the divine masculine is ready, or too much all the time, because they just, it's just usually it's one of those things, that we just deal with, and again, it is this thing about opposites, you got to kind of do the dance, and have the balance, and play along with the extremes, and dance around them, and just stay settled and stay focused. Okay. But again, it's there and we love it, and we do need to have fun with it. We do need to figure out how to communicate our true selves. We still might be dealing with a little bit of boundaries, a little bit of, divine feminine just has to be strong enough to write her own rules and kind of focus the energy, follow through with that, focus the energy on where it needs to go. Because again, the divine feminine is that leader here. And, if the relationship needs to be changed in some small way or a big way, whatever, then, divine feminine has to do the logical thing, but the logical thing is going to be maybe a little bit out there, for divine feminine. And then that's this doing the shadow work. The answers are coming to us through our study and through our work, through our the more avid we are about this work, this, abundance, of this work is what we want to be focusing on. Even if it seems, like things are never going to be perfect, we still have that faith. We are not giving up. We're not even holding back, because we are strong. We are strong. We have to be strong. Okay, we have to be strong, we have to be smart. You have to be tough. You have to get over things. You have to be resilient. You have to be fluid. And the better off you are, you will be more better off in every way by doing shadow work and inner child healing, it's like taking care of your home, before you go out into the world. Your own affairs have to be in order. That's what this is. And that's what shadow work is getting your shit straight, getting your, checking yourself before you wreck yourself. So along with the shadow work, again, there's this idea that about the law of attraction really coming through really strongly, but it's also about our groundedness in our pursuit, and our enactment of the holistic law of attraction. So again, check out my program at claryberry.com. The link's in the description box below. It's got the AHLoA SWICH program, which is, well, it is the AHLoA SWICH program. It's shadow work, inner child healing, and the abundant holistic law of attraction, okay? So again, it's kind of wave your freak flag high here. Don't be afraid to, you know, fulfill this role, you know, of this loving, romantic, you know, partner, this friend, you know, that is even better, you know, than a friend, this true, you know, lover, and to show a bit of that, share a bit of that, you know, not being afraid of that and not focusing on the past. Hold the vision of the future. And again, the more of these videos and these people that we can come across and have similar experiences, and again, that's part of the learning, is who we hang out with. We don't realize it, but we do become like the people that we most spend our time around, and that does include who you listen to, whether it's music or videos, podcasts, things of this nature. So be true to yourself. Keep growing, no matter how slow it may feel, no matter how redundant something might feel. Do what feels beautiful. Do what feels intriguing to you. Oh, I've always wanted to learn about that. Get into it. This is your time. Where are you going? What is your vision? And how are you working on that today? Okay. And when it comes to the relationship, the love, you know, this deep love that you have that you just can't explain. It's so deep. So it's such a part of you that, again, there's almost no way that you can express that. But again, you don't need to. Words are not always necessary. Just, again, being there and expressing yourself in whatever way, you know, that you feel right now is smart, you know. And it may be that, you know, you're kind of holding back a little bit. You're not trying to explain everything, but you're still getting your impression, your point across. Okay? And you want to be very careful about that as well. Get your point across, get your, you know, it's kind of this unconditional love. I'll be here for you, you know. It's kind of like I'll be waiting, but it's like this almost this unspoken belief, you know, that I am you, and that it's just knowing about the twin flames and really understanding that, and knowing that, again, it doesn't all need to be said right now, but holding that in your heart and focusing on that. That's our vision right now, is for that side to grow, is for the spiritual side, you know, to blend together. And we can make that happen, you know, with our understanding. We are our understanding. Our understanding, when we learn and when we grow, it changes everything. And it can change our love, because it changes how we act, and we don't even realize it. We become, you know, the knowledge becomes us, and it makes us become a different person. So hold your vision, and then seek more, you know, information and expression based on the things that you're learning and how you're growing, okay? So hopefully this was good for you. Please let me know down below. Thank you so much for all the comments, likes, subscribe, shares, and for finding me all over social media. The links, again, if you want to do that, are at claryberry.com. Right down below in the description box, you can find the link. And yeah, much love, many blessings. Take care. Peace, love, happiness, health, and calm, serene, spiritual knowledge coming to you. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.